So what I want our super enemy class to do is effectively, if I switch to the enemy class, I want it to continually rotate the cube using this update function here, but I want it to print hello world on the start. Now what I'm going to do is delete the update function for this super enemy class, because we don't need to change that, because it's going to be inheriting the update function from the enemy class. But on the start function I do want to say hello world, so I'm going to add debug.log and print hello world like so. Now the only thing that I need to do here to create a derived class is here where it says mono behavior, I need to replace that with the name of the class that I want to derive from. So super enemy is going to be an extension of the enemy class. It's going to do everything that the enemy does and more. It's going to do everything the enemy does plus all of the extra functionality in super enemy. So I'm going to replace mono behavior with enemy like so and press Ctrl S on the keyboard. I'm going to minimize mono develop, and this cube here I'm going to select it and remove the enemy script that is attached by clicking this cog icon and choosing remove component. And now the enemy is removed, the enemy script is removed from this cube but not this one. I can prove that by choosing play on the toolbar, and now this cube spins but this one does not. I'm going to stop playback and drag and drop super enemy onto this cube. Now this cube has enemy and this cube has super enemy. I'm going to switch to the console to see hello world and press play on the toolbar. Notice now both cubes are spinning and we only see one hello world and not two, because this cube has printed hello world and also it spins. Notice that it is spinning. If I press stop, notice that it was spinning even though, if I go back to the super enemy class, we do not have any spinning code in the super enemy class at all. It is inheriting the spinning code from the enemy class. We go to the enemy class and we see that we are rotating at 90 degrees per second. Let's say I wanted to speed this up to 270 degrees per second and press Ctrl S on the keyboard. Notice I am making that change in the enemy class and not the super enemy class. I'm going to minimize this and press play on the toolbar, and notice that both cubes are still spinning much faster, even though this is a super enemy and this is an enemy class. This super enemy is inheriting all the same behavior of the enemy class, plus it's adding its own behavior. So what is happening with these derived classes is super enemy is extending the functionality, and it is also inheriting all of the class data from the enemy class. So that is how we can go about customizing enemies using derived classes.